There we go.
And Spartan's
All right,
here too.
Yay!
Okay.
All right.
Alright.
So
Alright, who wants to do the intro?
I got it. All right. Welcome everybody. My name is Spartan Gaming 18. I'm here with a couple of friends, Mr. Natural Geeling and Mr. I guess I'll call you Devin because I don't know what I forget what your gamer tag was. Today we are bringing you our WWE Payback 2016 predictions. Natural, you want to go ahead and introduce the forfeit?
Alright, so basically the forfeit is that whoever gets the least amount of right will have to play the game Honey Pop.
Which, again, I still haven't looked at this game as well either. I think the only one of us that has is the Natural.
I have not played it personally, nor have I really seen anything from it. I've just seen a few pictures, and this game is really dirty. That's all I can say. It's really dirty.
The name scares me a little bit.
Trust me, it's kind of, from what I was told, it's more of a Candy Crush dating simulator game.
Oh.
A Candy Crush dating? I don't think. I don't know.
Yeah.
Wait, say it again.
Honey Pop.
Oh, okay, never mind. I know what this is.
Yeah, that's the forfeit. The winner, however, will be declared the first WWE pay-per-view champion.
Well, I think we should come up with a better name than the WWE.
I was about to say, you sounded like you were unenthused about it. Like,
yeah,
all right, fine. The PPV Heavyweight Champion of the World. How about that?
Much better.
There you go. There's the enthusiasm.
Exactly.
I'm proud of you.
All right. So we'll be the PPV Heavyweight Champion of the World. Fuck you, Devin. You made me laugh.
Sorry, I'm a man child. Leave me alone.
All right, but anyway, Brendan, do you have the list of matches?
I do.
Okay, good, because I forgot to do that.
That's all right. All right. So first up, this is the pre-show match. So the match that nobody really cares about because it's not very interesting. Kalisto versus Ryback for the United States Championship. Natural, who do you got?
All right, well, I'm actually going to go with my reasoning a little bit with this one, too. I'm actually going to have to go with Ryback on this one, is because, basically, even though he pretty much did career suicide a little bit a few weeks ago, was it a few weeks or days? I can't remember, but basically he spoke out on Twitter and to a local media,
saying how he deserved not to be on the pre-show and all this.
Yeah, and basically how he deserves to be better along with other talents such as Paige and Bray Wyatt and all these guys. And I honestly think that maybe this is like going to be some sort of like small push to maybe see if he can actually be, one of the guys, if that makes sense.
So you're going Ryback?
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go with Ryback.
All right, I'm writing all these down, by the way, as well.
All right.
That way Natural can't be like, oh, what do you mean I got the most predictions wrong?
Yeah.
So we're going.
You can't be crying about it later.
Devin, and then Spartan. So you are going
just an FYI, guys.
Yeah, Devin, I'm gonna go with Ryback.
Just an FYI, I haven't watched wrestling in a while, so.
Kalisto's the small guy, Ryback's the big guy. It's literally the Rey Mysterio story.
Well, yeah, I understand that. I'm just, like you're saying, I don't remember half the story plot or whatever. Anyways, I guess I'm just gonna go with Ryback just because big man. I don't know. I don't fucking know.
All right, well, I guess I'm gonna have to be the odd man out here and say that I'm gonna give it to Kalisto because Ryback is just the most uninteresting character in wrestling today. To the point where I wish he would just leave.
Yeah, but you also have to think too. What really has Kalisto done with the title? Think about that one for a second.
You gotta think
for
about
God, the last
Ryback
time
that
that anything interesting for the United States title happened was when Cena was. And I'm gonna be serious right now. I'm a Cena hater. All right, I don't like the guy, but I respect him. And for what he did with the United States title, I think that. What WWE should have continued doing with Kalisto. But
I wouldn't mind seeing Kalisto beat Ryback and then Cena come back, because Cena is set to come back in early May. Have Cena come back and start challenging for the U.S. title again.
Yeah, but then they would have to make Kalisto a heel, and I don't think he would make a good heel. To be honest,
I think it'd be a good face versus face. I think it would be Kalisto trying to earn the respect of John.
Yeah, I can kind of see that, but how often does that actually happen, where it's an actual face versus face?
It's happened before. I mean, you got to think.
You got nothing. That's so bad.
I got nothing. Damn. It went bad.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
D-Bry versus Dolph Ziggler.
Who?
Daniel Bryan versus Dolph Ziggler.
Yeah, but those are on Raws. But I'm talking about like main event, like pay-per-view type things. Like, when's the last time that happened?
It hasn't in a long time, but I have a feeling they can make it work with Kalisto. With Kalisto versus Cena, I have a feeling that can work.
Well, it can in a way. Plus, probably Cena can pull out some new moves that we haven't seen yet. Other than the 5 moves of death that he has, the 5 knuckle shovel.
He's upgraded at the 7 moves of doom. Okay, he's upgraded.
Maybe we'll get an 8th.
Quite possibly.
Maybe. But anyway, we're getting off track.
All right, on to our next match. We have. All right, I want y'all to say it at the same time. Dolph Ziggler versus Baron Corbin. Who's gonna win? 1, 2, 3. Corbin.
Oh wow, this is actually a tough one. Well, I want to say Corbin, I really do, but I also want to say Ziggler, and I'm gonna say these 2 reasons why. Ziggler's been getting a lot of crap put on him lately.
Ziggler is a glorified enhancement talent.
Yeah, pretty much. Even though he's going the Shawn Michaels route too at the same time, which I really don't like.
He's literally Shawn Michaels 2.0. He even sets up for Sweet Chin Music.
Let me explain something too. Nick Neiman, or Nemeth,
yep.
I can never remember his last name. I slightly knew him. Very slightly. Like, I, ran into him a few times because my cousin lived there. But basically, like, he really didn't seem like the guy growing up to be, the next Shawn 2.0, which I didn't like. But then you have Baron Corbin, a guy who came from NXT, went on an undefeated streak for, 3-4 months?
At least.
Was it? I mean, he went through a domination stage. He was destroying these guys in what? What was the fastest time?
I think it was 7
4 seconds? 7 seconds.
Yeah.
And then he started going against guys like Samoa Joe,
and he started
Austin Aries.
His talent, and it showed that he's actually good in the ring.
Yeah, but WWE really hasn't given him that. They just keep pushing him in these matches that aren't, that decent. And with Baron Corbin and Dolph Ziggler, it actually showed a little more talent than you would expect.
Get a good match out of Baron Corbin, and I feel like Dolph Ziggler is at the point in his career where he is being used as a really, really, really good glorified enhancement talent, where he can put on a great match and still make the other guy look extremely good, and still put the guy over too.
Yeah.
And that's why that's where, and also this is Baron Corbin's first pay-per-view.
Yeah, but second. This would be his second pay-per-view.
Okay.
His first pay-per-view was WrestleMania.
I'm not even counting WrestleMania because he was actually no, I will, because he won the.
He won the fucking Andre the Giant Battle Memorial. How can you not count that?
I can count that. I didn't think about that for a second. He won the.
And he was on the main show too.
Exactly. That was surprising as well. But what happened with it? He immediately went into this feud with Dolph Ziggler, and nothing was mentioned of the Battle Royal again.
Yeah, that's another.
I feel like
thing.
Devin just listened
but
to
honestly,
at this point.
I'm gonna have to say Ziggler though.
To say Ziggler.
And here's the reasoning too, is because this could basically be the starting of a bigger rivalry, like helping Corbin advance more into his character a little more, being the certified ass kicker pretty much.
True.
While giving Ziggler some recognition as yeah, I'm not just a has-been. I'm the
Hey,
guy
wait.
who's helping him. And basically, this is going to be like, they're going to go back and forth maybe for about a month or so. You know, Baron gets a win, Ziggler gets a win. Baron gets a win, Ziggler gets a win. And then finally and then this way, it can help Baron lead up to a match against, like, Kalisto or... Wait, who's the current Intercontinental Champion?
Wow.
Miz?
Yeah, Miz.
Until
Miz.
Sunday? No, we'll see what's happening on Sunday.
But hey, let's not get there. We're not there yet.
Yeah, we're not there yet.
Basically, I'm saying, like, it helps Corbin a little bit because he never really got what I think he deserved, which was the NXT championship.
Exactly.
Because they pushed him too much. And
Pushed him
he
too
spent,
bad.
what, almost a year in NXT?
He actually spent almost 2 years in NXT before getting this badass gimmick.
Yeah. But he just basically, like, he just got pushed aside.
Yeah.
Hold on, I just got a message. I'm sorry.
Devin, how about you? What's your prediction?
God
for the
damn
match?
it, Devin.
Sorry. Honestly, not like I said, I really haven't watched in a while. But like last time I seen, I was becoming a fan of Ziggler, but like I said, really haven't kept up with the story. But I still kind of vote Ziggler because where I'm starting to somewhat become a fan.
All right, so we're going Dolph. So I'm still the odd man out.
Yes, you are.
All right.
As much as I wanted to say Corbin, too, I really did want to say Corbin. You have to remember that. So basically, I'm, like, on the receiving edge. But here's the thing, too. I also want to point this out, too. There could be a possible no contest. Like, the two just could go after it.
That is true, yeah.
So, put me down as Ziggler or no contest. So this way...
I can only put you down for one man. Come on, that's pushing it.
Come on!
That's pushing it.
You're on the fence. Okay, that's bad because that's Mexican talk, but
All right,
Oh my God.
I will put you Ziggler or no contest.
This way, if I'm wrong on both of them,
But
it
by
just counts for
Sunday,
1 point.
by Sunday, you need to.
How about this? If I get one of them right, if I get one of those right, I'll take half a point. How about that?
Okay, yeah.
This way, it's fair.
All right. On to the next match. We have Natalya versus the Gimmick Infringement Diva.
Sorry, but I gotta say this, Charlotte.
Same.
The reason I'm saying this too is because rumor has it that at Extreme Rules, which is the next pay-per-view, Becky Lynch is supposed to win the title against Charlotte.
Huh.
That's why I'm saying it.
All right, so we got Charlotte. Devin, how about you?
honestly, you can
Charlotte.
take her. Nope.
What?
I gotta stick with Natty
Natty.
Wow.
because she's
So Devin's the odd man in this one.
the reason being is because Natty, in my opinion, she's been around for a while and she's technically a veteran. So it's like the veteran knows more than what a rookie can know.
True.
All right.
But we also have to point out too that Bret Hart, the guy who just recently finished having surgery,
Is gonna
and possibly
in
is going to be
Natalia's
going down in a wheelchair, I add, is going to be in Natalia's corner with
Yep.
Ric Flair in his daughter's corner.
Which this would be
And-
so much better if they just banned Rick from ringside.
It would, but WWE doesn't want to do that. Even though there are rumors saying that Ric Flair's not actually going to be at the event because for some reason on Friday or Thursday, Or Friday.
Fucking hell, it was one of those days.
he was located busted open at an airport.
What's this? I think he cut his hand open. I don't think it was completely
No,
busted open.
his head was busted open.
Oh, really? I
Yeah.
didn't hear about that. No, I heard
We're-
he was detained at.
Okay, you're gonna think this is bad, but I'm gonna plug this. If you go watch Wrestle Talk TV on YouTube, they will explain the story even more.
True.
So yeah, Wrestle Talk TV for all your latest wrestling news. Only available on Tuesdays and through Friday. Yeah,
Tuesdays through Friday.
Okay.
yeah,
Okay,
Tuesdays.
give
Friday.
yourself.
Oh, okay.
What?
Wait, is my? Can y'all hear me still?
Yeah, I can
Yeah.
still hear you.
Okay.
Yep.
All right.
Yeah.
Next match. Do you mind if I introduce this one?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right. So we have the Intercontinental Champion, The Miz, with Maurice, his wife, in the corner, against the Swiss Superman, James Bond 2.0, Cesaro.
I gotta give it to Cesaro.
You're gonna go for Cesaro?
I'm going with Cesaro. He deserves it, and I think he's feeling the push we all want him to, even if it's not the main event push.
Okay, I can agree with you on that one. Devin, what about you? Miz or Cesaro?
I guess he's gonna be the oddball because I say Miz because I don't know.
Hell.
Ooh.
The reason being is because I don't know why. I know it sounds a stupid reason why. I like his name.
Oh my god. That's the only reason?
It's the only reason I'm voting him because
Oh my god.
Everybody, Devin Robinson.
Alright. I still haven't given my pick yet, but my pick is actually going to be Mike Mazzini. And the reason being, and I'm saying this too, is because I have a feeling that he'll push Cesaro a little more into the main title picture.
Oh, I don't think they're going
And then he's going to... I'm just saying, okay, think about this. I think they're going to try and push Zack Ryder back into the title picture or the Intercontinental title again.
Wait. Zack Ryder.
Yeah, Zack Ryder lost the title to The Miz.
Wait. Zack Ryder. Am I talking... Are you talking about fucking Mr. Woo Woo Woo?
Yes.
He won the Alright, in the record books, it will say that Zack Ryder defeated Kevin Owens and several other superstars in a ladder match at WrestleMania 32 to win the Intercontinental Championship.
Even though he only held it for 24 hours.
In the record book, it will say that.
He's not the shortest reigning Intercontinental Champion, that's for sure.
No, he's not.
The shortest reigning Intercontinental Champion belongs to Simon Douglas, or as he was known as, the Dean, who lost the title shortly after having the title forfeited to Shawn Michaels and losing the title within, I think it was Miz to Razor Ramon.
Right.
In your house, too, which you can actually watch on the WWE Network
for only
$9.99. I'm sorry. Okay, I had to do it.
Okay, Mr. Sellout.
Alright, up next, we've got the Lunatic Fringe Dean Ambrose versus the Hollywood douchebag wannabe rock star Chris Jericho. Ambrose?
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Ambrose.
Yeah, I gotta go with Ambrose. I do not see Chris Jericho win this match, but they also said the same exact thing at WrestleMania.
Yeah, with Dolph Ziggler.
No, with AJ Styles.
Zack Ryder.
AJ Styles. We all said the exact same thing. We couldn't see Chris Jericho coming out with the win against AJ Styles at Mania, and what did he do? He won. Yeah,
but here's the thing, too. You have to think about this, too. Is that he already had 3 wins over Jericho. Jericho only had 2. So I think WWE was just trying to even it out right there. Even though it was kind of bullshit what they did.
Yeah. And
can I get some of the bullshit? But
see Jericho.
Okay, so Devin, Jericho or Ambrose?
I'm always gonna go Dean.
All right, so we got a clean sweep right there.
We finally got all 3 of us on the same page.
The only reason why is just because even though with his nickname Dean Unstable Ambrose, the thing is he's a loose cannon. He'll do anything, and he'll always try to pick himself up and try to make himself win the match, no matter what.
For God's sakes, look what he did against fucking Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania. I think that's a prime example.
Exactly.
Right there.
He's a loose cannon. And
he pulled out a fucking chainsaw.
And never fucking used it.
Hey, it was dead. What can you expect? You can't have everything go perfect. But hey, he still pulled out the fucking chainsaw. It would have been funny as hell if it started up and cut the ring in half.
That would have been funny as well. Alright.
Oh my god. Explain that to the officials. Explain why there's so much blood in the ring.
Alright, so we're going to move on to something that's not exactly a match. On Monday Night Raw, Stephanie McMahon announced that Vince will be declaring a new general manager of Monday Night Raw at Payback. So far, the only 2 people that really seem in contention for it are Stephanie and Shane. Do you think either one of them are going to get it, or do you think somebody else is going to get it? Who's your pick, and why?
Shane McMahon, and the reason is because if you actually notice in the intros for Raw, Shane McMahon is part of it, but Stephanie and Triple H are not.
So you're going
I wish
Shane,
I was joking.
You're going Shane because of the intros?
I mean, literally, if you watch the intro for Raw, they only have Shane showing.
You know those can change on like the fly, right?
Hold up for a minute.
But still, like, they did that too. Literally the week after WrestleMania.
Hold up for a minute though. You saying that is just like how me saying, "Oh, I like the Miz because I'm sick."
I'm going by pure fact. Like, here's the thing.
True.
I'm saying this too. Okay, let me explain another reason too. It's because I heard a rumor that Triple H is going to eventually challenge Shane for full control over WWE at SummerSlam.
Yeah, okay. If that's the case, then.
All right, Devin, who do you have running Monday Night Raw come May 2nd?
Honestly, you never know what the fucking Vince is gonna do because he's always gonna pull up some weird skinny bullshit where he's gonna try to fuck over his son and try to make it just so like there's always has to be pretty much try to make it like you gotta make everything rules or just try to make every wrestler like only certain wrestlers a living hell for them.
Mm-hmm.
So, and honestly, I kind of want to vote Shane, but the thing is, but then again, like I said, you don't know what the fuck Vince is gonna pull out his sleeve. So he might even just drop his own daughter and just find someone who he can control more than his daughter to do every little whims of his will.
So who do you think?
I kind of feel like Vince is just gonna have something pulled up his sleeve.
Do you think Vince might pull his own self, like put himself in charge of Raw? So we'll go with neither.
Some shit. Yeah, he's gonna have some secret shit pulled up his sleeve. That's all I can think of.
All right, well, we're all gonna go different predictions here. I'm not gonna go Shane. I'm not gonna go Steph. I'm gonna go the route that I don't think is a very good plan for WWE right now, anyway. And that is the long-awaited but heavily anticipated return of the brand split. And here's how I see it going down.
Can I say something real quick before you continue? I honestly thought you were going to say the long-awaited turn of Kurt Angle. I thought that's what you were going to say.
I thought you were about to say the long-awaited return of the anonymous Raw general manager. I'm like, no.
I'm going to be serious too.
Vicky Guerrero.
I'm going to say this. No, Vicky Guerrero's not going to come back because she's coming back for another company. I think it was Global Force Wrestling, if I remember right.
Yeah.
Anyway, if the anonymous general manager is the guy for Raw, I swear to God, I will eat my phone. I will do a recording of myself eating my fucking phone. I will slather that shit in barbecue sauce, put it in the oven for 10 minutes, and eat
it. Can I be on the call to see you do this?
Please?
Sure.
All right, well, here's how I see that.
I swear to God, if that is the Raw general manager... Actually, no, I'll even do something even better. Not only will I eat my phone, I will F5 my fucking TV.
Okay, now that's just a little unnecessary. That's a little unnecessary.
Alright, so here's how I see this whole thing going down. Vince is going to come out, bring Shane and Stephanie out. He's going to be like, alright, Shane, I've seen how you've run Monday, I've seen how you run Raw these last few weeks, and I enjoy it. It's nice. But at the same time, Stephanie's been doing this for nearly 3 years, for almost 3 years now. And she's done a damn good job of running it too. So as of right now, I'm officially announcing that the WWE, starting tomorrow night, will be participating in the 2016 WWE Draft.
What's she eating there? Potato chips?
And
no.
In charge of Monday Night Raw, we're going to have Shane McMahon. And in charge of WWE SmackDown, we're going to have Stephanie McMahon in charge. And next month at Extreme Rules, or sometime over the next, sometime until SummerSlam, I don't know, we'll have Stephanie will bring Triple H in charge with her. And this is how I see this whole storyline going down. Stephanie's going to bring Triple H in with her to run SmackDown. In the lead up to SummerSlam, Vince is going to be like, okay, yeah, I've seen you both run amazing shows for the last few months, And now I want to see which one of you can run the better show. So at SummerSlam, we're going to have a 12-man tag or a 14-man elimination tag or something. And the winning team will run both Monday Night Raw and Thursday Night SmackDown. And the loser will leave WWE forever. Storyline purposes. Purposes.
Yeah.
So I got a
get
brain
it.
split. All right.
Yeah, I can say that.
Next up, we have How You Doing, Soft? Enzo Amore and Colin Cassidy versus the Golden Era fanboys, the Vaudevillains.
Okay, can I just say something before we actually start the predictions?
Yeah.
This match is actually the most difficult to predict because it could go either way. And the reason I'm saying this is actually the most least predictable is because if you have to look at it from both aspects, because you got the funny guys and then you got the new serious guys, and it could be funny versus funny or funny versus serious. Basically, for the two, if it's Endo and Cass versus the New Day, which people want to see, might I add, you're gonna have a face versus face tag team, but they're probably gonna put the New Day as the bad guys, or you can have the serious already guys as the Vaudevillains versus the New Day, who are just joking around mainly. So it's kind of a win-win situation either way, because I think both teams will put excellent matches against the New Day to prove their support, their support, I can't say the damn word.
Wow.
Support.
Supportive?
No, not supportive.
Supporters?
Sorority or something like that. You know what I mean.
No, I
their
really don't. I'm
greatness.
having trouble figuring out what you meant, actually.
The greatness, that they're better than everyone else.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
The superiority. Sorry, that's the word.
I
Superiority.
don't say douchebags.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I can't speak today for some
So,
reason.
What team you going?
I want to say Enzo and Cass.
You
And
go Enzo and Cass?
And here's the reason too, is because basically I like Enzo and Cass mainly because of who they are and everything, and I think they would be great for promos against the New Day, because you got New Day who basically gives these promos that basically are fun and entertaining, and it would be funny to see how Enzo and Cass, these guys who are from Queens, New York, go against these three because of their similar styles in a way, but at the same time their differences.
Yeah.
Plus, I think it would be a good mashup of their promos, because you would have the completely joke around, oh, we're gonna talk shit on you attitude of Enzo and Cass, but then you have the just talk shit, but we're gonna have fun at your expense in the process, New Day. So basically, they're similar in a way, but they're not.
So, Devin, who do you got? Enzo and Cass or Vaudevillains?
The first up.
The Enzo and Cass?
Yep.
Alright,
He's probably gonna go with them because they're New Yorkers.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna, again, be the odd man out now. I'm going Vaudevillains.
Why is that?
Well, first of all, the Dudley Boys versus Enzo and Cass feud really never paid off. So I think Dudley Boys are going to cost Enzo and Cass to win here. Setting up Vaudevillains versus New Day. New Day, of course, are going to retain against Vaudevillains. Because, they're the fucking New Day. And then after that... give me a second. After that, Enzo and Cass are going to become number one contenders, and they are eventually going to end the New Day's reign. I believe the New Day are going to make it to the 1 year reign mark at SummerSlam.
What was the longest reigning tag team champions before?
I have no
New Day?
idea, and I don't feel like looking it up right now either.
I think it was If I remember, I think it was Demolition. Let me look that up real quick.
Yeah, I'm getting it.
While I'm looking for it. Jesus fucking Christ, the chat's going crazy.
Longest. Which one? The XWE chat?
Yeah.
Wait, we're live.
We've been live for like over half an hour.
Oh.
God.
Wow.
I'm not that observant, okay?
Paul London and Brian Kendrick hold it at 334 days.
The only reason why is because I've been
yeah.
twiddling on my phone as I answer questions.
If the New Day hold it all the way till SummerSlam of this year, they will have the new longest reign.
Okay.
Alright, so I'm going to go Vaudevillains because the Dudley Boys will cost Enzo and Cass to win.
By the way, what happened to Doug Boys? They just disappeared.
I have no idea, and you're right, they disappeared.
Okay.
Alright, we already did that one.
Cooking to hell of drag. What? Oh.
Alright, now we have the fight, the feud that will carry WWE into the independent generation, into the indie era, as people are calling it. Sami Zayn versus Kevin Owens.
The fight that will last forever.
Natural, who are you going with?
I gotta go with Zayn. The reason is I think he needs this redemption because he's lost in WWE against against Owens a total of what, 4 times?
Singles competition twice.
All right, twice. And I feel like this is his time. Like it just seems right that El Generico, aka Sami Zayn,
finally beats Kevin Steen, aka
yeah,
Kevin
finally
Owens.
Beats Kevin Steen,
I don't think
aka
he ever
Kevin
honestly
Owens.
beat him on the independent circuit either.
He's beat him twice, as
And
far as I know.
they've had at least 100, at least 20 or 30 times.
Yeah, they battled in ROH. They battled in Evolve. They battled in CZW. Or no, wait, not CZW. They battled in Revolt. They battled in. Basically, they've battled everywhere within the UK and around the United States.
Mm-hmm.
And every time too, it's been an amazing match. If you want to go look up Ladder Wars of Ring of Honor 4, where Kevin Steen, the reigning at the time ROH champion,
that infamous package pile driver.
Oh my god, that package pile driver!
Looked like
He
it
fucking
killed him.
He did it on a fucking ladder that broke in half and got back up. That, without a doubt, had to hurt.
All right, Devin, who do you have in this match? Sami Zayn or Kevin Owens?
Sami Zayn.
Why is that?
Well, honestly, no, I don't know why. Just
He seems like a popular choice.
Oh my god.
All right,
fuck guys.
again, I'm going to be the odd man out and say that it's going to end in a no contest.
Okay.
This feud needs to continue, and if Sami Zayn wins, it's not going to continue.
Oh.
Or it might.
Okay,
but it's
I'm
not
saying
gonna
this right
be
now.
As brutal.
You really think that's not gonna be a thing? Because Kevin Owens is the type of guy who just doesn't give up after one loss. And
True.
You've seen that before against Cena. You've seen it against
Ambrose.
Ryback. You've seen it
Ryback in every
against who else has he fought? Dean Ambrose. You've seen it against Samoa Joe. You've seen it against Finn Balor. He doesn't quit. And I think that's what makes these two perfect. Basically, like, their offense style and their defense style basically are almost exact. And it's scary that when you think about it, too, because you have a big guy like Owens doing things that he shouldn't be doing, might I add. And then you have Sami Zayn doing these incredible strength feat that you would never expect. from someone like his size, because he's what, 280 something pounds or 250 something pounds. He's got strength out the ass, which I think is surprising. And then you have Owens, who jumps over a fucking top rope with the greatest of ease, and it's just like, yeah, I'm that person. So what?
True.
And I think this match, honestly, I'm gonna say this right now. I think this match is gonna steal the show.
Oh, no doubt.
In the end,
no doubt in my
it's
mind.
not gonna be the moment of the night, though. That's the thing I'm saying too. It won't be the moment of the night. It will be the match of the night, but not the moment.
I guess now we're on to our final match of the night. Roman Reigns, AJ Styles, WWE World Heavyweight Championship on the line. AJ Styles has, for the last couple weeks, said that Anderson and Gallows, he has nothing to do with them. They're just his friends. There's old friends from Japan. He has said constantly he has nothing to do with their attacks on Roman and the Usos. But Roman has no interest in hearing this. And if you listen to Roman's promos lately, he's not a good guy. He's not a bad guy. He's the guy. And he's
here's the thing. I'm saying this right now.
The guy. He is a bad guy.
I'm gonna say it like I think he's saying it too in my mind. Whenever I hear him talking, I'm not a good guy. I'm not a bad. I'm the guy. It's the same damn thing every fucking week. Monday, Thursday, Monday, Thursday, Monday, Thursday, Monday, Thursday. God damn it. No, you're not the... Okay, I'm going to say this right now, too. Roman, yeah, you're not the good guy. We don't want you to be the good guy. You are not the bad guy. You're technically, by WWE's mind, not the bad guy. However, we want you to be the bad guy. You're not... And just because you're considered the guy by the fucking company doesn't mean that you can go around being a fucking douchebag like you are. Just because WWE gives you a fucking title.
Mature rating on this podcast.
Wow. I never thought.
Just because. Let me finish explain. Just because Roman Reigns has a fucking WWE World Heavyweight Championship, something that I also have as a replica, along with the Intercontinental and one half of the NXT Tag Team Champions, might I add. But he brags about it, like, oh, I'm the champion. You need to respect me. You need to bow down to my feet, pretty much. And I'm like, no. No one wants to be kissing your ass. No one wants to see you coming down to the ring, helping your cousins out. What they want to see is you coming down and beating the living hell out of your cousin. Coming down, being the guy. We want you to be a badass like Baron Corbin, but we want you to have charisma like... I'm thinking of someone who, like... We don't want you to be John Cena 2.0, because... You're turning into that.
How about this? How good would this be? I'm not a good guy. I'm not a bad guy.
Yes.
I'm a Paul Heyman guy.
I don't see that happening.
Think about it. Roman Reigns would not have to talk on the mic very much. He is basically a Samoan Brock Lesnar right now.
Yeah.
He's a badass who can kick somebody's ass and not give a care in the world.
True.
And if they put him with Paul Heyman, he won't have to speak very much. Paul Heyman can do all his promos for him. I think it would be better for Roman's career to put him with Heyman. And eventually...
I also have to remember this. Heyman doesn't want to take on any more clients because professionally, he actually gets to choose who he manages.
Yes, I know this.
But at the same time, too, him and Roman have two completely different opinions on the wrestling business. Roman thinks that it's basically, you come in, you do your job, you're fine, you'll be a champion. Heyman, however, thinks if you're not good on the mic, if you're not good in the ring, and if you can't keep character, you don't deserve to be a champion.
Exactly.
Roman can fight. Yes, that's true. So can Lesnar.
But he can't wrestle.
Yeah.
Lesnar can't necessarily wrestle.
Yeah, but you have to remember, too, Lesnar was in UFC and New Japan.
True.
He was a New Japan champion.
By the way,
they don't give that title to just
By
anyone.
the way, if you have not heard, NXT or WWE is hosting a live event in Hawaii.
Where it's going to be Brock Lesnar versus Shinsuke Nakamura. And I am so excited for that because I want to see that match so bad. I hope it's soon,
too. This will be the second time it's happened in history, too.
Yeah, they've only fought twice, which I think is really impressive.
So, back to the match real quick. AJ Styles or Roman Reigns, who's going to win? Who's walking out champion?
I'm going to say Roman's going to walk out champion. And I'm going to say also, too, the Balor Club is officially make its debut and screw over AJ Styles in some way or another, either before or during the match or after the match. And I'm saying after the match is because I think Gallows and Anderson are going to come out to the ring. And this is what I'm predicting, too. All right? So basically, here's what's going to happen. AJ Styles is going to lose the match. Roman's going to do his whole, oh yeah, I'm the champion thing, but leave. Here comes Gallo and Anderson to come help AJ Styles. All of a sudden, fucking Gallows attacks him. Here comes Anderson, and they just start beating on him. What?
I would just say they hit him with the magic killer out of nowhere.
Yeah, for no reason whatsoever. Then you hear the boom, 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 boom. You know, Finn Balor's music. And you just start hearing it, and you're like, oh, he's finally going to make his debut. And he comes out wearing the Balor Club t-shirt. Anderson and Gallows rip off whatever shirt they're wearing at the time, showing that they're wearing a Balor Club t-shirt as well.
I could see it happening, actually. And honestly, that's pretty much my prediction, too, except I don't have them coming out after the match. I have Anderson and Gallows coming out during the match, looking like AJ Styles, the referee is down. AJ Styles or Roman Reigns and AJ Styles are both down. Anderson and Gallows come out through the crowd and climb onto the ring apron. AJ is telling them, "Go away! I don't need your help to win this." And then Roman Reigns,
Superman punch.
We'll roll AJ up, but AJ's gonna roll through, go for a move or whatever. And as soon as he does, Anderson and Gallows come in immediately and just destroy AJ Styles, giving Roman the win. Now, no, this is not putting Roman Reigns with Gallows and Anderson. No. That does not need to happen. That does never need to happen. Not in this lifetime or the next.
I'm saying this right now, too. If they did do that, they could technically say they are now the Roman Empire, because the Roman Empire could be more than one. Then it would be the Roman Empire versus all. Because I don't like the whole one versus all thing. I really
Anybody
don't.
likes the one versus all, but at the same time, it works for Roman.
It's one team versus all, so it's like...
So they hit AJ with the Magic Killer or the Boot of Doom. I don't know. I don't like those. I don't like the Boot of Doom. That's just...
It reminds me of a lot of that move by Crime Time that they used to do instead of the whole flipping.
Yeah.
I think it was called the G9, if I remember right.
Like the G9 or the G2, something like that.
I don't remember. But anyway, Devin, we completely ignored Devin. Sorry, Devin.
Well, let me finish.
But, what's your prediction?
Oh, yeah, go ahead. Yeah, Devin, what's your prediction? AJ Styles, Roman Reigns.
Did he fucking leave?
Devin.
That sassy son of a bitch! He fucking left.
Well,
also, by the way, I want to apologize to before I forget. I'm sorry about my language and everything. It's like, but I really do.
All right.
But just the direction of things going, it's just, it's a facepalm with your hand covered in spikes, pretty much. You want it to hurt. Because that's what, just to nullify the other pain around you.
All right. Well,
that's the best description.
We'll get Devin's prediction in a minute when he comes back. Right now, real quick, I'm just gonna go over a few things and news for WWE right now. If you haven't heard yet, you're fairly slow. Eric Young has officially on this week's tapings of NXT, which the one that I'm talking about will be on this coming Wednesday, I believe it's the 4th, May 4th or 3rd, May 4th, on NXT, only on the WWE Network, which you can buy for just
$9.99.
Had to plug in a WWE Network pin there.
I think it's funny that you yelled at me for doing that earlier. I was just about to yell at you too. There's Devin.
Okay, we'll get back.
I had to go put my 10-pound.
Devin, what's your prediction? Roman Reigns versus AJ Styles.
Honestly, I just came back and I heard part of your guys' talk about it, and honestly, I kind of want to say AJ Styles because, like I said, even though he tells them they don't need help, but they'll still interfere and he'll still pick up the win.
All right, so all in all, the only one that we all agreed on was Ambrose.
Which is pretty sad when you think about it. But you can't always be like, you're going to have that when you have 3 different people.
Exactly. All right, so back to this real quick. If you haven't heard yet, this coming week on NXT, the maniac from down south, Eric Young, debuts in NXT this week. Going straight into a lot of people thought when he debuted, he'd be just like James Storm, a transitional guy who's going to stay here for a couple weeks and then leave. Instead, no, he's going straight into a thing with Samoa Joe. And so, what are your thoughts on Eric Young coming into NXT Natural?
All right, so basically, I think it's a good thing that we have more guys from TNA coming to WWE, and they're somewhat getting a push that they never really got in TNA. But you also have to consider this too. Vince never liked TNA, so how is that going to play in a factor? Even though, they're good competitors, they can make a lot more money.
Vince is in no control of NXT.
I know, but I'm saying, what happens when they get to the main roster? Look what he's done with Styles already. Yeah, he's done good jobs with AJ Styles, but how far is that going to go?
All right, well, my thoughts on it are simple. Eric Young was and still is one of my favorite wrestlers that was in TNA and is now in WWE. AJ Styles is number 1 on the list.
Even though you're a bigger fan of Bram. Who is now, by the way,
the Mountain Champion!
Which I'm going to say this right now. Why we have to keep the design of that? Like, they could have done, like, a cooler design for that time.
I like the championship.
I just don't like the design. I like the idea of the championship. But
I'm just hoping Bram isn't a transitional King of the Mountain champion. Because that would really suck, because Bram has promise as a hardcore style champion.
I feel like that would be good. But I feel like the King of the Mountain Championship should be defended in ladder matches only.
Well, yeah, I know this.
At the same time.
I know that.
Or matches that involve
hardcore rules. The way the match
rules.
ended was, honestly, in my opinion, perfect.
I never actually saw the match, believe it or not. I actually was not watching it.
The ending of the match, if you don't mind me doing little spoilers, Eric Young
I know what happened at the end because I actually subscribed to the
YouTube channel.
Yeah, the YouTube channel. But the thing is, I can't actually watch Impact Wrestling because I don't get Pop TV.
Yeah, I watch it online. I don't watch it on TV. But
just like how I watch Lucha Underground, which I actually just started recently watching. I
haven't watched Lucha Underground in a while, honestly. Like, I gotta get back into that. That's some of the best wrestling on
Johnny Mundo lost to I think Johnny Cage. I think his name is, or whatever his name is.
Johnny Mundo lost to Brian Cage.
Yeah.
Man,
inside the steel cage.
That discus lariat is amazing, isn't it?
I didn't actually get to see the match. I just knew the results.
Okay, yeah. Well, Brian Cage's finishing was a Luke Harper style discus clothesline.
Which is, I think that's actually a really cool move.
Yeah, exactly. But he's got muscles that back up that discus clothesline.
Oh yeah, he does.
All right.
It scares the shit out of me too. Like some of these superstars on Lucha Underground, like they're ripped. Like they look like they could be bodybuilders. I honestly
think my favorite guy in Lucha Underground right now is Angelico.
Who's that one?
Guy with green tights, the neon green, neon yellow tights. Does these high flying moves. I don't think he's.
I really haven't gotten into the names yet. I'm still
Son of Havoc and Ivalice.
There are still I'm still trying to figure out the names of these characters.
Oh yeah, I gotcha.
Aerostar. I'm trying to remember.
Drago,
I know Rey Mysterio.
King Cuerno.
Mia Maros, I think his name is
Mil Muertes.
Yeah, Mil Muertes. I'm trying, but it's
I know.
There's so many superstars that it's so hard to remember, and they barely say their names too. They really barely say their names, and it's weird too.
All right, so
yeah.
before we end this prediction, this whole, I guess we'll call this a podcast right now, I guess, because that's pretty much what it was to talk about everything. I'm gonna throw a plug in there real quick. If you're a wrestling fan and you're watching if you're listening to this podcast, come and join. There's an app called Wrestling Amino, and it's where a whole ton of wrestling fans get together, and we talk about wrestling, and we have fun talking about wrestling. We have leagues on there. We have people who do blogs. We have several different things. You'll get introduced to promotions you don't even think you've heard of before. On there, we have a whole bunch of people who are just willing to help you expand your wrestling knowledge, and honestly, it's one of the best wrestling apps out there. It's pretty much one of the only wrestling forum apps out there where you can just talk about wrestling and not get battered about it unless you can be a complete asshole and start talking down other people's posts, which happens. But if you're interested, go to the Apple App Store or the Google Play Store.
Google Play.
I was getting there. Go to the Google Play Store or the Apple App Store and download Wrestling Amino. It's free to download, free to make an account for, and just come and talk to people about wrestling. It's honestly the most fun you'll ever have. If you're on there, definitely go ahead and make sure you talk about this little podcast right here. We'd love to get some more viewers in during the week. But if it's all right with Natural and Devin, or if it's just all right with Natural, we might be able to start doing this a weekly thing, weekly or bi-weekly, one of the two.
Yeah, what talking about SmackDown and Raw as well.
Exactly.
We could talk more about Raw than SmackDown because I kind of lost interest in SmackDown.
I don't watch SmackDown.
You don't even watch NXT.
I watch NXT. I watch NXT every week. But I don't watch SmackDown.
I try to, but then I get busy sometimes, so I have to watch it on Tuesday or the next week or something like that.
Yeah,
I'm
exactly.
trying to catch up, but sometimes if I know I'm gonna be busy throughout the week, I'll watch the ending parts of NXT on the WWE channel.
All right, but because we can do Raw reviews, NXT reviews, different wrestling reviews.
Wait, how about this? How about we ask the people who watch this too as well? What do you guys want us to talk about that we could possibly talk about?
We can do prediction challenges, which, by the way, I guess we could do probably Tuesday night. We can do this again and get Raw review in as well as the pay-per-view review in.
Yeah, and we can talk about the punishment too.
We can also talk about the punishment, which I have a really good feeling I know who's going to get this punishment. It's the person who voted Natalia and AJ Styles, Miz. I think it's the person who voted those people who's going to have to do this forfeit.
I'm going to say this right now too. How about we have a certain name for each person who gets theirs right? We have the let's change the name of the title too. We'll go with basically the wrestling heavyweight champion of the world.
Instead of PP?
Actually, why don't we?
Yeah.
All right, so for this championship, it's the prediction. It's prediction.
How about
right?
How about the BFD heavyweight champion of the world?
Yeah, I like it. The BFD heavyweight champion of the world.
Yeah, because it'll stand for Brandon, Frank, and Devin.
Champion.
Because, Brandon's your name, Frank's my name, Devin's name.
Yep.
So it makes sense.
All right,
so we have
but
that'll be the person who is the head champion, like the head champion, but the person who, loses everything. Let's call them the BFD. What could we call them?
The BF. Well, what's the least valuable championship in wrestling right now?
Honestly, I have to say it's the United States title, to be honest.
The BFD U.S. champion.
But I don't feel like that would be a good thing. We have to make them feel a little foreign, too, at the same time. How about this? How about the BFD Women's Champion?
Oh, yes. Okay, so the loser is the BFD Women's Champion, and the winner is the
Divas.
BFD
Let's go with Divas, too, because it'll make them feel like even more, because they're like, damn. Like, it'd be so bad. And then the person who's in the middle is the BFD Intercontinental Champion.
Well, no, we're just going to have the winner and the loser champion, because the middle guy really doesn't get a championship. Come on, that's...
Aw. I would love to be Intercontinental Champion.
All right, everybody. Once again, my name is Spartan Gaming 18. I was here with my friend Frank Geeling and my friend Devin Robinson. We are BFD, and I guess you all can join us next. You all can join us next week for our next podcast.
We will see you soon. See you guys.
Give me just 1 second. Come on, load up.